Here comes Bosa. Here comes the quarterback, Burrow. Looking for a block, and he got it up in the front by Hopkins into the end zone. Touchdown!
Those little split-second differences so huge in the NFL. 2nd and 10, Burrow over the middle. Higgins breaking free, and Cincinnati back in front.
Rivers off play action. That one's going to be intercepted, picked off by Jesse Bates.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Streaking Stripes podcast, the number one Bengals podcast in all of Yugoslavia, and that is confirmed by our analytics and stuff.
Yeah.
It is very nice. We have a very nice podcast here, and even Borat knows that. All right, so Bengals on Sunday fell to the Packers 25-22. We're going to go over it today. We're going to give a little bit of a Lions preview. Drew and I are actually going to that game this weekend, so should be fun. Yeah, Bryce is a little salty. We're going to do a new
There's
segment.
There's still tickets in our row.
There are, really?
B-O.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's an 0-5 Detroit team, so
yeah.
I doubt anybody wants to go to the game. We're going to bring in a new segment called Who's In. We're going to give our predictions of who we think is going to make the playoffs today. But first, we're going to start off with the Packers game on Sunday. Bengals fall 25-22. You could call it a roller coaster game. What are you guys' thoughts?
You nailed it right there. It's just a roller coaster game. Ups and downs. Should have won. Had opportunities to win, but we let it slip through our fingers in, classic Bengal fashion.
Yeah, that first throw of overtime. What was going on?
Whose throw? Burrow's? Oh, the first one from overtime? Yeah.
I can't even, begin to think of what was happening there. And we got bailed out. I don't know. That game was so awful to watch.
Yeah, the bailouts, first off, pain. I don't know how many kicks you can miss in a game.
I don't even know what's more embarrassing.
Apparently
missing
a lot.
3 in a row or missing one and thinking you made it.
I would go with missing 3 in a row, but
I love the kid, but good Lord, man, you thought you made that? I thought he made the first one though, so I'll throw myself.
Well,
under the bus.
if you go back and look at it, he hit the upright off the first one, and then he hit the flag on the next one. So a gust of wind back the other direction, and we win. So
no, I was getting ready to say, why are you so automatic? And then next thing I know, it's doink. Story.
Well, then we know who to blame. It's Bryce's fault.
Oh, it was mid kick. Then the fucking wind's
Anyway, I think the football gods laughed at Bryce.
There was 4 quarters before this, so I guess.
I think everyone laughs at Bryce.
Yeah. I make special appearances. It's an honor to have me on your show.
Anyway. Well, I thought my thoughts on it, I thought the first half, it was I think it was actually, the first quarter was actually, we pretty much owned that first quarter, realistically. We go into the second quarter up 7-0, and then that's where I think all the wheels started to fall off. I don't really want to say that the wheels fell off, really. I think we got behind the chains too much offensively, and once you let Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers start hooking up, it's tough to slow them down. So
that's the thing, though, is Aaron, we held him in check pretty well from.
Yeah, did we? He threw for 344.
You kept him in check as well as you're going to keep Aaron Rodgers in check.
I guess, yeah, that's fair.
He was missing throws that he makes. I don't know. I felt felt like he wasn't on top of his game, even though he still did his thing. And that just shows you, that's just how elite he is.
Yeah, I mean, I get
that
Drew at a point. I mean, you slow him down as much as you can. Honestly, the defense I didn't really think played that bad. I thought they were pretty on par with what they've done the rest of the season.
not going to
a
hold
lot of the bend but don't break stuff. Yeah. So, I mean,
he's going to get his catches. He's going to get his yards. It's just a matter of trying to limit the best you can.
Yeah, I thought that defensively we played pretty good, especially in the first half. I mean, because once those guys get going, it's like I said, it's tough to stop. And I just want to give a shout out real quick, Chidobe Awuzie. I'm gonna admit when we signed him, I was very skeptical, and Drew told me to just stick with it, and that
Been saying it all off season, dude. He's a dog.
Straight out.
Straight up a dog.
I mean, he was incredible.
And against an elite receiver too. I mean, if you look at what Devontae Adams has done to the entire league, he kind of torched us a little bit this past Sunday, but a lot of it came from zone coverages as opposed to man to man. Straight up in a man to man, Awuzie was a dog.
Yeah, he balled out, man. I mean, there was a couple plays where obviously he let Adams get loose a little bit, but I mean it's Devontae Adams.
That
happens.
Gonna happen. Best receiver in the league.
So, but overall, I thought he had a PFF grade of like 77.
It was a 77 points. It was a 77.6.
Yeah,
and it was the highest on our defense.
I thought he was either the highest or second highest on the defense.
Yeah. I think Cam Sample had a 70, didn't he?
Sample had a 70.1.
Yeah. So
another upcoming dog.
Yeah. So we'll go.
Not that PFF is the end all be all, but
right.
No. But he's definitely a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Jamar Chase caught a nice touchdown as well, so we can put Baby Arm Burrow to rest a little bit for a week, right?
Yeah, Jamar Chase just doing Jamar Chase things.
I will say I tweeted this out a couple hours ago. One thing that I've noticed that Joe Burrow is starting to do, and I was listening to Locked On Bengals today, and Bengals fans pointed out that there is a little bit of Andy Dalton, AJ Green going on with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. It at least feels like it.
Kind of expected, though, when you have the type of chemistry they would have. Like they have, I should say, not they would have. They do have.
Right, but my point is, like, you need to be able Joe Burrow needs to be able to use Jamar Chase not only as a weapon, but he also needs to use him as a decoy so that he can use T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, C.J. Uzoma, Joe Mixon out of the backfield if he needs to. So, but I do think that Joe is looking a little too... He's locked on to Chase, I think, a little bit too much right now. So...
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of everything.
So,
I would like to see. I think part of that is the fact that we're not doing a whole lot of red zone scoring.
That's true.
I think once you get down into the red zone, your two go-to guys are Boyd and honestly Higgins. I think Higgins is going to be our. I mean, he's been out the past 2 weeks, but I think he's going to be a go-to red zone guy. But we're scoring off of all these big plays, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean
Burrow's probably staring Chase down a little too much. But he's a rookie quarterback, and he's essentially a rookie quarterback, I'll say, because because of the injury last year. So he'll get better.
I don't think Tyler Boyd caught a pass to the second half, like late in the third quarter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that kind of threw the Bengals for a loop, honestly. Was that it was like they were trying to double Tyler Boyd with a linebacker as well, and I don't think that we had really anticipated that in the game plan.
But
But
same time, I don't think Tyler Boyd's the guy you need to really be to take away from us. I think it's Jamar Chase, and if you do that, then
you say that, but then you look at the week before when Jacksonville tried to shut down Jamar Chase and they protected over the top. Tyler Boyd went insanely crazy. Like, he just went off because he's got all the underneath and intermediate routes that you just dump it off to him, and then he's skilled enough. He's the best slot receiver in the league.
Though,
I think our offense is so explosive that defensive coordinators are looking at our offense and they're saying they can beat us over the top, they can beat us with the big plays, but they're not going to get a long sustained drive on us, and that's killing us offensively, and Zach Taylor definitely needs to make an adjustment there.
There we go. Zach Taylor gets brought up. Perfect.
But what I would say is, per your point, like, hey, so if Burrow's locked on to like Chase as much as like people think and pointed out, why wouldn't I would think that like defensive coordinators take notice of that and maybe put more people, like more guys towards Chase, make Burrow,
But like I just said, they want you cannot win a football game unless you get these long drives, unless you can score in the red zone. And defensive coordinators know that. So they're sitting there and they're saying if Jamar Chase beats us over the top once a game for, a 60, a 50, a 40-yard touchdown, you can live with that as a defensive coordinator. But what you can't live with is Burrow sitting back there and picking you apart through these 5, 10, 15-yard passes to Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. So that's where that defensive coordinator logic is coming in. Honestly, I would have played Boyd the same way the Packers played him, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going up against him, I definitely would have used that game plan. The other thing that you're starting to see is when we go to empty, a lot of defenses are starting. It's not really a zero, but you like try to look for 1 high, 2 high with the safeties. They're bringing those safeties down to like 9 yards, and they're basically just trying to cut off, jump any routes that we're running because we don't have. I mean, the line's been decent this year, but we're not.
Last year.
Yeah, when we go out of empty though, we don't have the time. Joe Burrow doesn't have the time to take a deep shot and to stretch that defense out so that there's holes that he can throw to. So a lot of these defenses are bringing their safeties up and just trying to jump those short and intermediate routes, and it's leaving us in a bind. So and I think you saw it a couple times against the Packers, especially on that. I think they did it on the interception in overtime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know. There's a lot of things that I think that ultimately will get fixed over the course of the season. But right now we're seeing some schematic issues, and that's what I've kind of gone back to as I've listened and kind of read and watched videos on stuff this week. It's more so – I don't really know if it's necessarily all on play calling. I think part of the problem is that Zach Taylor's scheme is not – he hasn't opened up the playbook entirely, I don't think.
Which, I mean –
No, Zach Taylor – yeah, go ahead.
Zach Taylor, he's still a young head football coach too. I think he's second youngest in the league,
Something like that.
Third youngest. So as we're growing as a team, we're a young team, and as we have a young head coach, I don't think he's a horrible head coach by any means, but at the same time, it's just like the growing pains of him essentially still being like trying to, get experience as the head coach and I don't know. Like I feel like it's just growing pains, really, and that.
Yeah, there's some of it to that. Yeah, definitely. What were you gonna say, Drew?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I feel like Zach Taylor in his first year, when we had Andy Dalton, I feel like even then though, when we had way less talent than we do, I felt like he opened up the playbook way more then versus with who we have now. It's just run, slant, little screen pass here and there. We don't use any play action pass at all.
Oh, when we do, it's usually a little bootleg to the left, and it's just to like get the guy out in the flats.
Yeah, I mean Zach Taylor is a young head coach, but we have the talent.
Yeah.
We have the talent to win now. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Maybe not a Super Bowl, but
No.
which is unfortunate for Zach because I do like him as a locker room guy. I think he brings guys together. And you said he is going through his learning pains, but right now he's definitely on the hot seat. He's got to show that he can be this offensive guru. Otherwise, he's not the guy for the job. I realize he's young and he's developing, but that's not what we need right now. We need a head coach who can win. We talk about a young head coach. I would love Staley out of Los Angeles.
Oh man,
he's tearing it up.
I've thoroughly enjoyed watching his team and watching him lead
Chargers
them.
are a fun team to watch.
One of my best friends is a Chargers fan, so he'll watch the Bengals game with me. I'll watch Chargers game. So I've watched a lot of Chargers games this year, watched a lot last year, and he just lets Herbert be Herbert. Yeah. And that's something that, Len didn't do last year. And I kind of wish that Zach Taylor would just let our guys be our guys, Yeah,
I think
enough of this 3-5-step drop crap out of empty, throwing a slant every time.
I think that there's times where Zach Taylor will, I think that last drive that, right before Evan McPherson's field goal against the Jaguars, I truthfully do think that Zach Taylor just told Joe Burrow, hey, this is on you. Whatever you got to do, go get it done. And that's the part where I sit here and I don't want Zach Taylor to be, when I say meddling with the offense, obviously if he's calling plays, he's going to have some kind of say in what we're doing. But there are times where we need to let our players go play. And I think that he tries to kind of manage what the players are doing a little too much throughout the course of the game. And in specific, I think he's trying to manage around Joe Burrow. He's opened it up a little bit more over the last couple weeks, but there comes a time where you're just like, hey, you're the franchise quarterback, go win us a game. And Joe Burrow is able to do that. So
yeah, and I wish he would do that early in the game because these 10 scripted plays he tries, I feel like we go every possession. I feel like we go 3 and out.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we play aggressive from the get-go, right from the jump? You have all these playmakers, you have all these weapons. Let them make plays, man.
So would a safe assumption be that it's basically Zach Taylor's game until it's maybe a potentially game-winning drive, and then it's hey, Joe, this is all you? Would that be kind of what you're getting at, Jake?
I think that's kind of where I've seen some. I don't want to say that it's exactly like that every time, but I think majority of the time it's kind of just I'm in charge up until it's crunch time. Then hey, you know what? You go do it. Something like that.
Joe, go save my ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there's a part with Zach Taylor.
Aggressive.
Yeah, there's a part with Zach Taylor that I think that I said this on Twitter the other day. I would like Zach Taylor. I think he's a great culture guy. I think I like his roster assembly. I really do. I think he's put together a really good roster, and he's had a significant factor into that. So I like the way he's built the roster. I like the culture that he's brought in. I just don't agree with many of his coaching decisions, and I don't think he's a good play caller. So I would like him to delegate those responsibilities. And coaching decisions is something that he's going to have to do regardless, and I think that's part of where those growing pains come from. So, and I'm willing to deal with that. That's fine, whatever. The play calling, though, I think he can delegate that to his assistants, and then just manage the assistants in doing so. Just kind of pass the roles down and the responsibilities down and manage the whole everything that's the operation on the sideline and everything. That's just kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Keep the players in check, keep the sideline, the spirits up, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see, Callahan do his play calling. I think my biggest, this aggressive. You have to play aggressive in this league. Done are the days of winning games by field goals. Those are gone. You got to look at the teams who are, in the top of the league every year. Tom Brady, whatever the fuck team he's on, doesn't matter. He's always, he's always just going to be like at the top. You look at him. You look at the Chiefs. You look at the Bills. Look at all these teams right now, and none of them are playing scared. They go out and they take it. And if they go up by 2-3 scores, they don't take their foot off the gas pedal. Like, they keep trying to pile it on. And that's what I wish Zach Taylor did more of. We get up in a game and we just go conservative right away. And if we get a field goal, we're still up 2 possessions. No, like, go and fucking win.
I know we're going to get into Detroit later in the pod, but I would love for Zach Taylor to just kind of tell Joe, like, hey, opening drive come Sunday, it's a 2-minute offense. Like, come out, like, go no huddle, go empty. Just put it to him early. It would be fucking amazing. Like, and I feel like that would really set the game. Like, hey, like, whoa, what's like? I don't know. It's something I like to see the exciting.
Basically, what you're describing is just setting the tone for the game.
Like, so I love the explosive. I love when they go empty. Go no huddle. Like, really get them, catch them like reeling.
Yeah, I think
I want to see some more play action. When you go empty too much like that, you put too much pressure on your offensive line to perform. And we have a good offensive line, but when we go empty that much, it definitely doesn't help them at all.
Well, it's not like you have to. It's not like you have to go 5 wide, like 5 wide receivers out of empty.
No, you can bring a tight end in. Block was sick.
You could have a running back in the formation and motion him out. Like I would send out a running back or a tight end, and then if Burrow sees something and he wants to go empty, then you have a check to it. But I just going really 5 wide and spread and trying to spread it out. It's just it works to an extent, but right now we're kind of stuck.
A really big fan of his actual 6th lineman where he brings in Isaiah Prince. I really like that package.
Yeah, I
think it's got a nice little flow to it.
The other thing that I want to see
Prince played pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
been kind of an under the radar guy for the role that he's been given. To your point,
his PFF grade was a 63, which with the limited snaps he gets,
that's not bad.
It's not awful, but there's some promise there.
Your point about play action, Drew. I can't remember exactly what game it was. But Zach Taylor, he kept pounding the ball with Mixon, and he was setting up like play action perfectly. And yeah, he just for whatever reason
Vikings
he doesn't.
Game, I believe.
Huh?
I believe it was the Vikings.
Yeah, but for whatever reason he just he's whether he's not a fan of it or I don't know. But yeah,
that's the thing. It's not that like. I don't think it's that he doesn't want to do it. I just think that he's not really calling the right things at the right times. Because you go back and you look at 2019, even some of the year last year, you look at it and it's outside zone and play action. Like those are the main 2 things that you're looking at. Another thing that I would like to see, you go back to 2019 when we still had Andy Dalton, there was a ton more motion. Like it was a lot of the same concepts, but they had motion to kind of throw the defense off and disguise some stuff. We have like no motion in our offense right now, like at all whatsoever.
Yeah. Also, when you do motion, it kind of exposes the defense and kind of see what they're in as well.
Yeah, and that's why I would like to see more of it, and that's why I'm kind of like, if we open up the playbook more, we might see more success. So. But anyway, that's what those are just my thoughts on where we're at offensively. Defensively, I think we're fine.
I think we've done enough shitting on Zach Taylor for.
I don't even ever really shit on him, honestly.
No, I think we're just giving takes.
Yeah, what you doing on defense?
So we'll just go into our Lions preview this week.
Quick question.
What
question? Though. Well, honestly, at this point of the season. Who would have thought that we'd all be on board with Lou after last year? And
I definitely would not have. I would have said you're out of your.
No, I think we were calling more for Lou's head than we were Zach Taylor's last year.
We all hated him.
Yeah, and his defense has been fantastic this year. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's been
I said off season, you get your players, and I said off season, get your players, and you get this 1 year, you got your players, you got to prove it. Guess what? His players are performing.
They were talking about the defense.
That's why I love the addition of Awuzie too, because Awuzie was not in the right system as the Cowboys. That's why I saw his play style with the Cowboys, but he works way much better in our scheme.
Anybody that pays attention in the national media when it comes to the Bengals, they shit on us as much as they can, and they were actually praising the Bengals defense and how they were like 22nd or worse last year, and like defensive efficiency and like pressures and stuff like that, and they were praising how they're top 10 in the league in all three of these categories, and how well improved the defense is. And then you bring in Trey Hendrickson, and he was fifth in pressure percentages, tied with Aaron Donald. So yeah, it's
Trey Hendrickson is actually.
Well, I think they'll have another.
Yeah, and the thing is he's getting there. It's just a matter of time before the sacks start reeling in.
Yeah.
But they'll have a tough test. I actually think they'll have another tough test this week with the Lions, to be honest with you.
I saw something on Twitter where Zach Taylor says on tape, this is not an 0-5 team.
Oh, they're not.
And I kind of like that.
No.
And I kind of like that because he's preaching right away, like, hey, you can't come into this game thinking that this is just some not a good team, because I think they definitely have pieces, and they could maybe not be a great team, but average football team.
For what they're doing with the roster they have, their future, I know there's not going to be a single damn Lions fan listening right now, but if there is, hang in there. You guys are gonna turn around. I promise. Campbell's he's a football player's coach. Like he's a player's coach. You saw how much he cared in his press conferences. Man was literally in tears. They've lost 2 close games, 3 close games to, 3 good teams. They're right there, and I think if the Bengals don't realize that, this is a trap game this week.
Yeah,
I think
they're 2 kicks away from being 2-3 right now, is what the Lions are. They're literally they're a 66-yarder and a 50-yarder.
They had that comeback week 1 too.
Yeah, so I think they're a
hook 'em.
Shut up, Bryce. Oklahoma.
Yeah. That face.
Anyway,
way to blow that lead, Texas. Made Bryce cry all Saturday.
I was very bent, but besides the point.
It's fine. All you gotta do is say Oregon to us, and then we'll just shut up.
You're gonna make me cry.
I think that the Lions are a really good team. Not really good. I think they're a good enough team that they'll knock you off if you're not ready. But that's the other thing, is that I think that losing the way that we did on Sunday, I don't think that there's a single guy in that building that it's not going to be ready on Sunday, other than Trey Waynes, because he's on IR again.
Yeah, when isn't he though?
I know.
When isn't he?
He's played like 3 games.
I'm ready to.
I think another reason why he's trying to jump out and say, because I think we definitely went into that Jacksonville game thinking, hey, this is a winless team, they're not very good. I think that Zach's just trying to ahead of that so we don't have a repeat of Jacksonville, because
probably,
unfortunately, Detroit, Jacksonville, not the same team. If you go in starting the first start out again did against Jacksonville against Detroit, you're gonna get beat.
Yeah. That's
not gonna be able to come back in the second half.
Well, the other thing with the Jacksonville game was you're gonna have a coach that makes halftime adjustments. You're not gonna be able to go down 14-0 and just be like, oh yeah, we'll just turn it on in the second half because they're not doing anything differently. Like Urban Meyer.
I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, honestly.
Can we talk about for a minute though how overrated halftime adjustments are in this league though? I want to talk about that just for a brief minute, because there's not enough time. You can tweak a couple things, but you cannot change your entire game plan.
No.
That at halftime that people
Yeah,
make
but
it out
sometimes
to
that tweak
what, you
turns
know,
into a
be.
massive change.
Yes,
So
agreed. But a lot of people overemphasize
I don't.
halftime game planning, and I'm just sorry. That's my little rant there, but
it's fine. My point
I
on
feel-
it was
I feel
just
bad
that
for
Urban
Trevor
Meyer
Lawrence, for real.
doesn't do it. Like,
no, Urban Meyer wasn't going to do shit.
yeah. Why do you feel bad for Trevor Lawrence?
Because I mean, I don't think Urban's. Urban just needs to get out of there. They need to get somebody in there because I feel like he could be a really good quarterback in the league, and I think he will end up being a good quarterback in the league. But
I think Joe Brady's probably going to end up being their next coach.
yeah, more or less like yes, I'm a Bengals fan, but at the same point or same like time, it's like you hate to see these guys that have such a bright future kind of get a shit hand dealt. Like, you don't want to like because at the end of the day, we're all fans of the league. Like, we all want good games.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Hey, I'm
At
just
the
gonna
same
sit
time,
here and say I'm glad. I said it the other day. I was like, I harp on Zach Taylor a lot, but I am really glad that I have Zach Taylor as my head coach and not Urban Meyer. Very thankful for that.
Yes,
it's all about the grind.
Yeah.
or John Gruden.
Oh God. Yeah, we're not going to talk about. You want to
That's
talk
a
about?
story for
You
another day.
want to talk about inducing toxic football culture? That's the epitome of it right there. He is. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna go there.
I've always thought Gruden was kind of an asshat anyway.
Yeah.
Derek Carr came out and said that he loves the man, but he hates the sin. And it's like, if I'm Derek Carr, I don't even know how I
wouldn't even say that.
I don't even know how
I'm a
you like
player.
Gruden.
Yeah.
Gruden wanted to get rid of you like any chance he fucking got. Like,
He brought in
Gruden wanted
Mariota to
get rid of
replace him.
everybody.
If Mariota didn't just suck,
No, like
he would have been replaced. So
like if Gruden wasn't there, Derek Carr would have an extension right now, like hands down. Like,
Well, he's not there, so car extension incoming.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Streaking Stripes podcast.
I'm glad we're breaking news now. Anyway, getting back to our Lions matchup this
Inside
week.
sources say.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Like we said, Trey Waynes gets put on IR again. Some other notables that were in practice as of Wednesday when we were recording. Trey Hopkins and Darius Phillips did not practice on Wednesday. Joe Mixon, Dante Smith, and Quentin Spain were limited, and Joe Burrow was able to be a full participant in practice with his whatever it was, bruised throat, which is the weirdest injury I think I've ever seen.
Throat contusion.
He was on voice restrictions though.
Yeah, he was on voice restrictions.
He was not able to be interviewed.
Do not talk, Burrow.
Well, they also said that they're probably going
there-
silent count this week, so it's fine.
I saw Goodberry tweet something out like, why was everyone worried about this injury? Would you rather have a Joe Burrow that can't talk or a Brandon Allen? Like,
That's so
thing, though.
That's so mean.
honestly, though,
I mean,
like
true,
I would
but it's so
rather
mean.
have Burrow who can't. It kind of is.
Yeah,
No disrespect, Brandon Allen. Good backup to have, but
I mean, I'm taking Burrow hands down, but at the same time, Brandon Allen has been like had his moments where he's been shit, but at the same time, like
he's had some good moments. I
mean, I haven't been like 100% like.
Wasn't he the FedEx Air
with
Player
the
of the
head with
Week
him,
against like Houston last year or something?
Yep.
He throw for like 400 yards or something.
I think it was against Houston.
Yeah, dude. He balled out that game.
He had that dime to T. Higgins in the end zone.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
that
yeah, I
was
forgot
beautiful.
about that. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
So those are our updated injury report, I guess.
One.
What? No, I'm getting
one.
to it. Khaled Kareem activated off IR. What are we thinking about that?
I think it's good. Like, I liked what I saw out of him last year.
It's good. I don't think he'll see much playing time this week.
No, you'll slowly work him back into the flow.
We have, and this is a good problem to have. We have too much depth on defense.
Yeah.
And the
As
thing
far as
is,
our
is,
front,
like,
our
when
front
we're
seven go
healthy,
anyway.
you can like rotate those guys all over the place, and you got some speed up there. Like it's like it.
Well, I think he's mainly gonna replace the role that Cam Sample was in, honestly. So
See, I don't know if I want to really take snaps away
Nah, I
from
think
Sample.
Yeah, I kind of want to see more of Sample. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hope he doesn't take away snaps at least this week. Let's give Sample another week to, show what he's got and let him battle it out.
I think he's going to be more of like a, he comes in, like just I feel like he just adds another layer to just keep everybody fresh. So that way Hendrickson and all of them can keep going hard at the quarterback every time,
Oh yeah,
We're constantly getting that pressure.
Having depth at defensive line, especially nowadays, absolutely huge. So it'll be a good addition back to the squad. Welcome back.
are there any additions
Healthy.
Are there any additions that, like, at a positional spot that you guys would want to go out and see if we could find somebody on the waiver wire or something?
Cornerback.
Okay.
Cornerback.
I think that's pretty
Cornerback.
Okay, we got it. Cornerback.
to like clarify, Drew's saying quarterback.
Yeah, we need somebody
He's not
other
saying
than Joe
quarterback.
Burrow, man. He doesn't have a voice.
No, I want to see Joe Burrow play at cornerback. That's what I'm implying here.
Drew wants Tom Brady. He won't settle for
so
anything
we're
else.
so we're all in.
I said
we're,
quarterback.
We're in consensus that we want Joe Burrow over Eli Apple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no. Eli Apple, he's was rough at the beginning, first 2 or 3 games, but when we played the Steelers, he kind of flipped his switch, and I'm not saying he's a great corner. I'm not even saying he's a good corner. He's a serviceable corner now, I think. After seeing him.
Yeah.
Trey Waynes though, I'm sorry, man. Injuries suck and all, but you gotta be healthy.
He kind of almost screwed us too when he did get hurt.
Yeah.
He got burnt by Adams, and obviously when you get hurt, you pull your fucking hamstring or something. Yeah, you're gonna get burnt. Like it's not like you're gonna just hobble along with the wide receiver, but just shitty timing.
Yeah,
Been a lot more costly.
I think
stretch better. I think
Apple. He got put in kind of a bind on Sunday because he came in and he had to go up. I think he went up right up against Devontae Adams like the first 2 plays that he was in, and I was like,
and to be fair,
oh shit. So
to be fair, look at some of the look at some of the guys that Apple has had to go against early on in the season. Not saying that that's necessarily a bailout for him. It's not like he's been dealt necessarily an easy hand either.
No, here's the thing. With Eli Apple, we have to remember that he is a rotational corner that is put in a starting corner spot because our other corner that's supposed to be starting is not able to stay on the field. So
he's been going up against number 1, so
exactly. He's going up against 1 or 2s, and he's not a 1 or 2 corner. So that's why
That's just the OC for the other team putting together a good scheme. Like, hey, this is the guy that we need to attack. But at the same time, he's held his own at times.
Anyway, moving on. We'll go to our keys to the game. I think, honestly, my only key is just be focused. Because I think we have the talent to just go out and win. But be focused, be aggressive, and, keep your foot on the throat when you get up. That's really all I got.
Yeah. My key game is it's going to be honestly Joe Burrow, not necessarily a key to winning the game, but I want to see Joe Burrow develop a little bit more this game. The talent of the Lions secondary is like almost non-existent. So, I would like to see Joe Burrow work more on his fundamentals. I want to see him spread the ball around a little bit more. Burrow, if you hear this, dear God, I have T. Higgins in 2 leagues. Please give my man some fantasy points.
Yeah, stop looking at Jamar Chase all the time. T. Higgins is probably open on the other side. Just saying.
Yeah, he stares down Jamar Chase a little too much, but I like to see him develop, and I want to see Joe Mixon, have a bounce back game. We haven't really seen a whole lot of him since week 1. I want to have a problem with Joe Mixon came out and rushed for 4 touchdowns.
I don't think anybody would be against that.
No. I think you nailed it right off the bat. Just stay focused. Should be an easy game, but it's also a trap game if you're not careful. These guys are going to play you hard. They're going to give you everything they got. They're a very physical team. Watch your kneecaps. But
that's partially why I picked Detroit to win last week, because I was like, because the longer these guys have a 0 in their win column, the more that they're going to want to go out and perform well. So,
especially when they got a fiery coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Campbell's a guy I would want to play for. I like Campbell a lot.
Guys like that make you run through a fucking brick wall.
Well, you got keys to the game, Bryce.
Oh, since Zach Taylor's came over here, we've averaged 8 points a game, 24, somewhere around there. Anybody know the exact number?
I don't know the exact number. I would assume that's probably around 20. Because the first year we did not average close to it.
This is the game. No. Yeah. I think the key to the game is more of like a baseball term, but put a crooked number up. Like, get up there and make this the game where you come out and you have 38 points, 40. Mm-hmm. Defense isn't like that. I say they're not that good, and then they'll probably fucking shut us out. But go out there and almost use this to kind of open up the playbook for Burrow and kind of just let it all hang out.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for you to be explosive, basically.
And you sometimes all it takes is that one game where you just have a fucking awesome game and you just feed off that for the rest of the year. It's crazy how much of a momentum swing you can get off games where just take advantage of everything and use it to learn. It's almost not saying it's practice, but at the same time, kind of open up the playbook a little bit and just be more aggressive on games where hey, this defense is struggling, or secondary is limited, or this is a game where the defensive line doesn't get very this is a team that the defensive line doesn't get much pressures. Your opponent, focus, and just aggressive.
And to answer your question, he is averaging 22 points per game in the NFL in 4 years, but I will say that includes that OC role with Miami, in which they averaged 27 points per game. So if you take that out, it's closer to 24. So, yeah, take the top off, let it rip. Let's get some points.
And honestly, if you're being aggressive, turnovers haunt you. But I'm not even pissed. If it's just you being aggressive and it's saying, go, you turn the ball over. I mean, obviously, I don't want to see 3 consecutive picks, 3 consecutive throws.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you're just being aggressive and gets a little just trigger happy and turns the ball over, I'm not even mad about that.
Yeah, you're not going to win with 4 turnovers per game, but with how careful Joe Burrow has been for the most part. I know people want to talk about that 3 interception game. One of those wasn't even on him.
Yeah. Buy Mustang and not let it fucking.
Joe Mixon's fantastic at holding on to the ball. Just let's go. Let's run up the score, man. I'm sick and tired of getting up and being satisfied. Keep playing. Keep your foot on the throttle.
I swear we got to lead the league and fucking.
It's fun. A lot of games are fun when you're on the winning end of it.
And I swear we lead the league in one possession games, where it comes down to one score.
I think that's almost every. So that's what Zach Taylor's whole career in Cincinnati has been, honestly.
Because I swear we had 10 games last year where we've had within 7 points.
Well, that's not just a Zach Taylor thing. That's just the NFL. That's just how.
Yeah, no, I get that, but at the same time, it's it just becomes frustrating because I'm not trying to compare us to the Chiefs or the Bills or anything. At the same time, they kind of handle the opponents they should handle. And I'm not saying that we're necessarily on that level.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we're not no slouch either.
Well, let's keep our expectations in check. We all came in expecting 7, 8, 9-win season, and we were all like, "Oh, we'll be good with that for development," And then next year's the year we got to turn it on anyway. So let's keep that in mind. But this is a game. This is a winnable game, and it's a game we should win.
Definitely.
Yeah, at the same time, even when you have those 7-8 win seasons, there's still. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking this. There should be at least that one game you have like a decent win, not necessarily a blowout, but you win by 14 or 20 or something, get up there and have a couple of scores on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
True margin.
All right. Well, there's our thoughts on leading into this game. We'll move into our next segment called Who's In, and we're gonna give our predictions for the playoffs, how we think that's gonna shake out.
I got nervous for a minute. I haven't been paying attention to this flow sheet, so I was like, I almost thought we were done for a minute.
No,
it's getting fiery, dude.
Yeah.
And Campbell was about to run through a fucking wall. Let's go!
Yeah, Bryce is ready for Sunday, man. He's ready to suit up. I'll give you my ticket, and then you can just go play. Go play like right guard for us.
No, I'm gonna go play for the Lions. They need me more, Coach.
Yeah, well, we got Jackson Carman on the COVID list, and apparently Dante Smith is hurt.
Hold on. Can I? Before we do who's in, because I think it's suiting because we're playing the Lions. Can we do a Panay Sewell take or something?
He's been terrible.
Panay Sewell will not catch the bar. Will not have. He would not have caught all the balls that. Wow, I can't talk. Sewell would not have caught all the balls that Jamar Chase did. That's my take. Let's move on.
From a guy that was more Team Sewell than I was Team Chase. Ultimately, I want whoever I think is going to help improve the team the most.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what I've seen from A and what I've seen from Jamar Chase, it's a night and day.
All right. Let's keep beating the dead horse.
I'm just saying. I just felt that it was necessary to make me. I mean, Sewell's been getting a lot of hate. Why not just give him a little love on the Streaking Stripes pod? So that way I can get it out.
He's been very okay.
I'll say it right now. I was Team Sewell.
That I was out there.
We all were. I think all three of us were.
Yeah, I was Team Sewell, and I'm glad to be wrong.
I was
50 Drew.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was
perfectly fine with it.
I was Team Sewell. If I was Team Sewell, but it was a 51-49. I was like, you can't go wrong with either one.
I think me and Jake were more like 75-25-ish. Be a little, I don't know.
Yeah, I was probably 65-45, just because, or 65-35.
More or less, I just wanted to get the fact out that I was wrong on saying that we should want
so was I, man.
over Chase.
So was I.
So,
I was wrong too.
I'm happy. We like to give love.
Yeah.
That's all right.
High school, you're
right,
famous. You're on the streak.
Move on.
All right,
because you play for the Lions.
We've already been doing this for an hour.
We're at the 47-minute mark.
Walmart closed or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go first on our who's in. My AFC. I got
Who's
Buffalo.
in?
I got Buffalo at 1. The Chargers at 2, which they moved up a lot from my where I had them preseason.
7 teams this year, right?
Yeah. I got Cleveland at 3. I have Kansas City playing at 4, just because I think that they'll turn around. I got Baltimore at 5, Tennessee at 6, and then I have the Cincinnati Bengals in the 7th slot. Come at me. I don't care.
Here we go. I got Bills, Chargers, Ravens, top 3 seeds. Your 4th seed's actually going to be Cleveland. 5th seed, you got the Raiders. 6th seed, you got the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs turn this thing around. And 7th seed, you have the Bengals.
What you got,
One
Bryce?
Bills, 2 Ravens.
Oh, I'm so
Chargers, 3.
stupid. I'm so stupid.
Going to go.
I realized I just said the Raiders, but I meant the Titans. Oh, it's fine.
1 Bills, 2 Ravens, 3 Chargers. Or I'll probably go Tennessee. 5 I'll go the Chiefs. 6 I'll go the Browns, and 7 I'll go the Bengals.
Wow, you're not very high on the Browns, are you?
No.
Group chat's gonna be upset. All right, NFC. I am a little bit different than everybody else. I think the Packers. I've been on the Packers. I'm still on the Packers. I got the Packers as the 1 seed. Then I got Tampa Bay at the 2. 3 I have Drew's Rams. 4 I have Arizona. So yes, I think the Rams are still going to win that division, but I think Arizona's 5-0 start is worth mentioning. So I have them at the 4. Then I have Dallas at 5. I have San Fran at 6. I don't really know if I like that, but then I have Carolina at 7. Those last 2 spots I think are going to be Carolina, San Francisco, Seattle. Two of those 3. So
the thing to mention though is Seattle lost Russell Wilson for a bit.
That's why I knocked them out. Yeah. So
Russell Wilson not hurt. They're definitely in.
I got Rams at 1, Buccaneers at 2. Got the Packers at 3. I got the Cardinals at 4, Cowboys at 5. The 6th seed I have, actually, this is kind of surprising. I have the Panthers at 6. I'm really high on them. And then 7th, I have actually the Saints. I have 3 teams from the NFC.
Jameis Winston, what are you on?
The dub.
Eat the dub.
All right, so when we opened up the year, I had the Cardinals at 14-3. They're my 1 seed. I go Tampa Bay at 2. I go Dallas at 3. Green Bay at 4. Rams at 5. Carolina at 6. And honestly, 7. Just put whoever the fuck you want there because.
Who do you think's gonna be there?
So many. I don't know.
That's kind of where I'm at too. But
I don't know. Like literally anybody. Like Chicago looked decent last week.
Bryce's first team was Chicago. I'm putting Chicago.
Saints. Fuck it. Like whoever the hell you want to put there, I don't think they're gonna be anything relevant in the playoffs. But just fucking put somebody there.
Mm-hmm. All right. My Super Bowl champion has not changed. I still have the Packers winning the Super Bowl. What do you guys got?
I still have the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
I honestly don't even know if I've picked a fucking Super Bowl champion. I think I've just basically been
you got Buffalo and Arizona at the top, dude. What do you think would win between those two?
That because go Buffalo.
All right.
I don't know. I honestly it's something that I haven't really picked. I guess like.
Bryce would go on ESPN and be like, I don't know who's going to win.
I'm honestly the guy that's kind of thinking, like, hey, these are going to be good teams. It's never actually said.
Make a decision.
Never, like, I just said Buffalo, but at the same time, like, I'm the guy that's just, like, sitting here like, oh, these guys will be good. This will be their record, but I don't know who the fuck's going to win the Super Bowl.
All right.
You know what?
Oh, that's the fun part is we're going to watch this after the Super Bowl and make fun of how stupid we were. So
I'm not going to pick Buffalo. I'm just going to fucking go with the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Jeez.
Not a bad pick.
Tom Brady's going to win 12.
That's true. All right.
Once he wins 12, he's going to retire.
Speaking of Tom Brady plays on Thursday night, and to wrap up the episode, we're going to go with our weekly pick'ems. Thursday night, Tampa Bay and Philadelphia. I got Tampa Bay. What do you got?
TB.
Tampa Bay.
All right. 9:30 a.m. on Sunday.
You said they were playing the Flyers, right?
Yeah, Philadelphia, the Flyers. Happy hockey season, everyone. On the
Striking
Stripes podcast.
Actually,
it's a well-rounded pod.
So Sunday at 9:30 a.m. we got
Across
another early morning football action. We got Miami against Jacksonville. I got the Dolphins.
I got Trevor Lawrence getting his first dub.
Ooh.
51-49 Jacksonville in this.
He had to give us a score too. Jeez.
There's no way they're
No,
dropping
I'm
that many
saying
points on the
percentages.
Dolphins
I'm
defense.
saying percentages.
Oh, okay.
That makes a lot more
I'm sitting
sense.
here
It's a
like,
pick 'em.
dang,
Like-
hit the over, everybody. Holy crap.
No, but I also want to say that I love these 9:30 games as long as it's not the Bengals.
I don't care if it's the Bengals or not. We had one a couple years ago. We tied, but I was fine with it.
No, that's why I don't like it.
All right, next up we got Green Bay at Chicago. Give me the Pack.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right. Cincinnati at Detroit. We talked about it. I think that the guys come out focused, and I think that we come home with a win, and we're 4-2 going into Baltimore.
I think it's a fight, but I got the Bengals.
Or I say Detroit
I'm gonna
after I
catch
just said I
for
want
that.
ZT to hang up like 40 on him. Cincinnati.
All right. I was going to write it down because you might pull that shit.
Oh, I'm
Houston-
thinking of which game I want to pull that shit on.
Houston at Indianapolis. I got the Colts and Carson Wentz.
I got the Colts too. I would say I got the Colts. I think they're the best 1-4 team out there.
Dun dun.
No, he's not.
Give
You're picking Houston. Okay.
me the Texans.
All right. Bryce goes against the grain.
Hey, I'm a game behind Drew. I need to make up ground somewhere. I
Okay,
can't
I'm
keep
like
picking
6
the same
games
fucking
behind
games.
Drew, man. I'm not making
That's because you
Houston
sucked early
picks.
on.
Dude, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just picking who I think will win.
I
No,
honestly see
we're-
that being like one of those trap games. Like Houston hasn't been.
Don't worry about who I'm picking.
Fair enough. All right, next up we got the
But at the same
Rams
time,
at
I'll
the
win it.
Giants. I got MVP Stafford in a blowout.
I love that you called him MVP because he will win the MVP. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Stafford,
Kyler Murray,
guy's a stud.
Kyler Murray, and Lamar Jackson.
I'm still taking Matt Stafford. We'll get it. We'll do that at
Where we at?
the midseason mark.
Yeah,
Whoever's not the
too early.
Giants.
It's too early to talk about that right now. Except for
Whoever's
Jamar
not-
Chase, who's gonna win Rookie of the Year, baby.
All right, moving
Give me the
on.
Rams.
We got Kansas City at Washington. Give me KC.
Patty Mahomes, baby, give me KC.
Think if Washington had a better quarterback, they might actually be a trap game. Kansas City.
I think it is a trap game, but I think that Patty Mahomes bounces back.
No, but yeah, I mean, I think it could be a trap game with a better. Like I don't know, Kansas City wins it.
Yeah.
Say that, then Washington's gonna fucking win, and then I hate myself for not picking them.
Next one was a tough one for me. Minnesota at Carolina. I went with Carolina, but I think it could be a pretty good game.
Stephon Gilmore making his debut this week.
Maybe out of no
I'm
idea.
not actually sure about that. But I agree. It's going to be this actually is one of the games I really want to see. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to because we'll be at the Bengals game while it's going on.
True.
But I have Carolina. The difference is Christian McCaffrey right now. He's listed as questionable, but he's projected to play. So I got Panthers in that one.
I want to lean towards Minnesota on this one, but that Carolina defense kind of scares me. That's kind of scared me away from Minnesota.
Good defense.
So we're gonna go another 51-49% game with Carolina.
All right. Next up, we have the Chargers at the Ravens. It's going to be an incredible game, and I wish that I would be able to watch it. But, again, we can't. So, I got the Chargers. I have them at 5-1, and I regret talking crap about them early on in the season.
Yeah, you do. I told you they were going to be good. That being said, not so fast, my friend. Their weak spot on their defense is their rush defense. I don't think they're going to be able to contain Lamar Jackson. I got Baltimore.
All right.
Oh, Chargers, go.
Good. Still on that, I guess. That's an inside joke.
Sir.
Next up, we got Arizona at Cleveland. I know Arizona's undefeated. They got to lose at some point, and I think Cleveland at home, I think that's the time that they do. I got the Browns.
I got A.J. Green going for 7 tutties. Give me Arizona. And
All right.
mean that, but
Browns
I
defense
don't
is
actually
struggling.
mean that. I hope he scores 7 tutties.
My boy, AM1.
All right. I am the lone person that has picked Cleveland like every week here.
I think it's gonna be like a 34, like 28
Cleveland.
game, but
I've picked the Browns every week. I'm pretty sure.
I say I've picked the Brown. I'm pretty sure I've picked the Browns fairly often, except for against the Chargers.
I got to pick against them every week.
All right, next up, we got Vegas at Denver. I had Denver, but the more I think about it, I don't really believe in them, honestly, as an offensive unit. I think their defense is solid, but I think Vegas wins. I know they're dealing with all the Gruden crap, but I think that they come out on top on Sunday.
Yeah, sorry, Ashley. I'm gonna do it again this week, and I'm always right when I pick against the Raiders. Yeah, I'm going Denver. I don't think the Raiders can limit the distractions. And their intern coach is the special teams guy, right? I don't know if he's ever been a head football coach, but he's surrounded by 2 guys who have been. So I think there's gonna be a little friction there. So I'll take Denver.
Okay, Bryce, what you got?
I'm going Denver, but I am slowly regretting picking this probably later on. Drew with all his confidence.
All right.
I'm always right.
Before Bryce can change his mind, we're going to move on. Dallas at
Oh,
New England.
no.
Give me Dak Prescott. I doubted the Cowboys before the season. Zeke has kind of found form again, and I'm going to take the Cowboys.
It's not just Zeke, though. It's Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
As well.
I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think, but my summer take was that Zeke was going to have a bounce-back year because of the weight he lost. So, age like fine wine, give me Dallas.
What's this game being played at? New England.
Hello?
My fucking phone. I was waiting for it to load. I was trying to see where they were playing at before I made a score prediction.
It's
38-24 Dallas.
All right. So we all picked Dallas. That means congratulations to the Patriots. You guys won. Next up, Sunday Night Football, Seattle at Pittsburgh. I cannot stand the Steelers. I hate them with every fiber of my being, and I hope they get their asses handed to them in front of everybody. That being said, I do not believe in Geno Smith at all, and not having Russell Wilson is going to kill Seattle. I got the Steelers winning.
Yeah, we got a great Sunday night matchup. Can't wait to watch Geno Smith and Ben Roethlisberger duke it out in prime time, baby. Yeah, I'll take. I think it's a tough game, but I think that I'm gonna go with the Steelers here too, even with the Juju injury. Quarterback.
Is their defense healthy again? They got T.J. Watt and all them back.
I think so, yeah.
With that being said, Geno Smith's going to pull off an upset.
That is not where I thought that was going, but all right.
If that happens, Bryce, I will buy you a round.
I don't know. It's just I hate both. I don't hate both teams. I just hate the fucking pick'em games.
It's fine. All right, Monday night, we got Buffalo at Tennessee. I think Buffalo. I have no idea how Buffalo lost to Pittsburgh in Week 1. Still baffles me.
OKC won.
What?
Nothing.
Right.
What now?
I don't know.
The Thunder won.
I'll cut it out. Anyway, I have no idea how Buffalo got beat by Pittsburgh in Week 1. I'm going with Buffalo, and I think Buffalo's going to rout Tennessee. Just because I don't really believe Tennessee is as good as everybody anticipated them being. So I got the Bills.
Yeah, I got Buffalo too, but hey, AJ Brown, can you get your head out of your ass and give me some fantasy points? I clowned everyone in the league because they let you drop all the way to the 60th pick, and now you're performing like someone who should be on the waiver wire.
Sure, he'll listen.
This is gonna be either make a lot of ground or I lose a lot of fucking ground. Go Tennessee. I love Buffalo. But
Bryce
man, he's making these picks based on the
no, I'm not. No, I made one of them based on that.
Boy, you had Houston beating the Colts. Don't tell me that you're picking them.
That was the one pick I made based
he's
on
digging himself a hole.
standings.
See, when you do that, that's when you dig yourself a hole in the standings.
I think Derrick Henry has a big game.
All right, well, I'll just say this. I think I'm going to make up some ground on Bryce this week.
Hey, well, you got to understand, this is the NFL. Sometimes these good teams fucking let up and have bad games. Maybe not as many as I picked this week, but with that being said, I feel pretty confident with my picks.
All right, well,
that being said, you don't make stupid picks.
Make it stupid picks.
All right, that's
take
gonna
calculated
wrap us
risk. Don't flat out.
No, hold on. We're sitting here going on about how I said the Bengals lead the league in one-score games. Then Drew's like, hey, that's the NFL. But now I'm making stupid picks because I feel this. Fuck that.
All right.
Because you're picking Tyrod Taylor over Carson Wentz.
Isn't it Davis Mills?
Is it even Tyrod?
I thought it was Davis Mills still.
Oh, there you go. I forgot. I thought Tyrod was going to be back.
He played well against Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be honest. I haven't paid attention to Houston at all this year.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up for episode 4.
The Colts aren't going to win unless they play Sam Ellinger.
That's going to wrap.
Six skulls.
That's going to wrap us up for episode 4. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you'll never miss a podcast. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Streaking Stripes. That's Streaking Stripes without the G. Hit the bell there. We tweet out every episode of our podcast that we drop, so you'll never miss it there either. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And you guys got anything else?
Yes. Can we make it a tradition?
I'll have a better mic next week. I know my audio shit, but
all right. What'd you say, Bryce?
Did you catch what I said?
No.
So can we make it a tradition since this is a Streaking Stripes podcast where we streak off screen?
I don't think so. I think that will get taken off of YouTube immediately. So we're not going to do that. All right. Well, with all that being said, I think we are.
On the Pornhub then.
We're not doing. Okay. We're done. We're done. We're going to cut this right here. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. As always, good day.